Wedding evaporated. Abigail is 6, with round face, deep brown eyes and black hair. She loves her dolls and storytelling. Haley is her best friend because the two of them collaborate in imaginative play so well. Their elaborate plots are crafted on the fly as an unscripted movie. Abigail's room is perfect for the adventure, spacious and well-appointed with all the dolls, accessories, dollhouse, furnishings, and the like. This Saturday is another playdate for the two girls, and Abigail has already started thinking of story ideas, so they can make this the most wonderful of all they have done together, not that they are ever appreciated after the fact. Haley was coming over to enjoy some lunch and spend the afternoon. Her mother had some errands to run and Abigail's agreed to watch them. This was never an issue. They would disappear into Abigail's room to never come back out, till Haley's mom came to pick her up. It never ceased to amaze Abigail's mother that the girls could stay so engaged with each other and the dolls for such long periods at 6 years old. Abigail awoke Saturday morning having wet the bed. Frustrated and embarrassed about this problem, she stripped the bed and brought the sheets to the laundry room. Her mother gave her a look of serious disappointment knowing what the sheets meant. Abigail felt so small. She looked down, felt terrible about herself and having disappointed her mom. Abigail returned to her room deeply upset by her inability to control her wedding problem. She got that same look from her mom every time, but seemed to never get any other help with the issue. Was this something naughty like a lie? Or was this more like a mistake? In her mind she was confused and dismayed. When Haley, with her narrow symmetrical features and strawberry blonde hair, arrived around 11:30, Abigail was in a complete funk. While they ate lunch, Abigail did not fall into their usual make-believe conversations in preparation for the afternoon's event. Haley tried to get her friend to come around with no luck. Abigail's mom recognized her daughter's mood but did nothing, hoping Haley would be enough to draw Abigail back out. When they were done eating, the two girls disappeared into Abigail's room where the bed was still not remade with clean sheets. Now this normally would never disturb anyone, but it caused Abigail immediate stress. She did not want her secret revealed or worse yet discerned by another, most of all Haley. The storyline took longer than usual to get flowing due to Abigail's mood. They came up with a family of characters and established their home and lifestyle. Then shortly into their ever-changing story, one of the characters just magically disappears and the story continues in two parallel worlds. Haley is continuing the storyline of the family and how they are dealing with the disappearance, while Abigail is telling the story of the member who disappeared and the world they are currently inhabiting. Abigail is deeply into the fanciful world she has created for her character and how this world is so much better than what her character had left behind. She started thinking to herself that this was possible, that she could actually be transported like her character. It's then the story started to come apart. Abigail and Haley clashed in how things should go in the parallel worlds, taking ownership of their own world. Words were had between them, and just about that time Abigail's mom came in with the clean sheets. Haley said, "Mrs. Jones, Abigail is not playing nice. I am too, I just want to be in control of my world." Abigail protested. Mrs. Jones said, "Abigail, you have to share with Haley and allow her to be part whatever you have created." "But Mom." "Abigail, I don't want to hear it. One disappointment today is enough." She left the room with that comment, leaving the sheets but left making the bed for later. Abigail was confused, angry at her mom, frustrated. Her heart sank, her stomach ached, and her head a blizzard of disappointment building, drifts seemingly insurmountable. "Is today the day you wash your sheets?" Haley asked, just making small talk, aware of Abigail's preoccupation with something. Abigail didn't know how to respond. She did not want to lie, but did not want to tell the truth either. She just ignored the comment, hoping Haley would not pursue the thought any further. Her stress was at the surface, and she quickly glanced at Haley to see if she was busy with play or wanting to talk. Their eyes met and Abigail quickly looked back down. "Are we done with this story, Abigail?" "I don't feel it's finished, but I am not sure you are ready to be done," Haley inquired. "No, I think we can find an ending for our two worlds. How about they collide and destroy each other?" "I was hoping for a happy ending where they become one." Abigail let out a self-effusive sigh. Well, maybe we should start cleaning up. My mom will be here soon. Abigail was in no mood to argue, and the two of them cleaned up without speaking about their created worlds, about the day's events, or Abigail's problem. When they finished, Haley jumped onto Abigail's bed and noticed it felt damp. She got down and did not say anything, but looked at her friend with a questioning look. Abigail took the look to mean Haley was mad or something. It was about then they heard Haley's mother arrive and they started toward the door so Haley could go home. Haley's mother noticed Abigail's mood and looked at Abigail's mother as if to ask if there was anything she should know. Her mom just shook her head no. Abigail watched this interaction and felt like her secret was no longer a secret. She said goodbye and bolted for her room. Abigail, come here, Abigail! Exclaimed her mom. Haley and her mom left momentarily and Abigail watched from her bedroom window as Haley got into the car and they drove off. She wondered if she'd ever see her again, would their two worlds ever join? Abigail stayed in her room till dinner was ready. She spent the whole time thinking about an alternate world where she would not have to deal with. She wanted freedom from her wedding, embarrassment, and disappointment. In her world none of these things would exist, everyone would play happily together forever. She just wished she could disappear into this world, leaving all her concerns behind. After dinner her mother sat down with Abigail in hopes of addressing the mood today. They talked for a while, Abigail sharing her frustration with the wedding, but not disclosing her feelings about Haley's mom possibly knowing of her problem. She and her mom couldn't seem to look at it from the same perspective long enough to devise a plan of action. Mrs. Jones